Hey y'all, it is Sales Funnel Friday that I just made up off the top of my head this morning because I forgot to schedule my live. I've been going live every day because I'm trying to give Instagram the hint that I want the subscription feature. So I'm using some of the other features that I had kind of like let go by the wayside a little bit more. So I decided today is going to be Sales Funnel Friday, and I want to show you guys what a funnel can actually look like. The lighting in my office right now is really crazy. Like, I had to close the blinds because it's a little bit too much light. So if you're watching this and you're like, why are you so shiny? Like, what's going on? It's the light. I have like 3 pretty big windows in my office. So sometimes it's a good thing and sometimes it's not a good thing. So we're going to talk about sales funnels today. I'm going to draw on a piece of paper so I can give you a visual while we're talking about this. So if you are new here and you do not know what a funnel is an automated way to take people from your top of funnel, which we consider to be like social media audience, your people you meet in person. The first contact that anybody has with you is considered to be top of funnel, right? Top of your funnel. And so people go into that funnel, they get to know you. Let me stop using the word funnel while I'm defining what a funnel is. But it's how people connect with you. And then once they connect with you, what does that journey look like from they're aware of your brand to here's my credit card information? Because it's not always immediate. It's not always a given. And I will be the first person and maybe not the last person to tell you that you are not entitled to a sale just because somebody showed up to your live or just because somebody saw you on social media or just because you met somebody in person and y'all had a great connection. That does not entitle you to a sale. There's still a lot of work that has to happen on the back end. Some people are a little bit closer to making a purchase than others, depending on where they are in their buying research, right? Because we all do research before we make a purchase. So that kind of depends as well. But a funnel is meant to move people along. Some people also call a sales funnel a customer journey. So I'm going to show you an example. I wish I had a tripod where you guys could just see my paper, but my tripod doesn't bend like that. So, all right. So, for example, this is like the most basic example I could give, right? Like, this is what a funnel looks like. You guys know what a funnel looks like. Looks like a snow cone. And, y'all gonna have to excuse my nails. Look at that. Sis needs a fill-in. People will come into the top of your funnel. So this is where people meet you. And they go down, down, down. They build a relationship with you. And then, boom, they make a purchase. Okay? So this is what basically what a sales funnel looks like in a visual graphic. Okay? Now, there are normally, when people teach sales funnels, there are normally words in here, and I'm going to show you what those words are. They are awareness. Well, it depends on who you talk to, but we talking to me right now. So awareness, there is nurturing. I would probably call that next step confirmation and decision. Okay. So at the top of the funnel, you're creating awareness. I just realized this was backwards. I have my reflection thing on, but it's backwards. So at the top of the funnel, you have awareness, and then you have nurturing, then you have confirmation, and then you have decision. So basically what this means is right here, you're creating awareness. That's you creating brand visibility, gaining followers, doing reels, telling people to join your email list, going to in-person events, conferences, whatever, okay? Then nurturing is when you start to build that relationship. So that's when people join your email list. So in between awareness and nurturing, people should be joining your email list. Let's just go ahead and add that in there, because if there is no exchange of information, there is no funnel. So just because somebody sees you on social media and then they go to your website, they're not in your funnel. People are not in your funnel until there's an exchange of information. So that's either going to be they're joining your email list or they're making a purchase. Most of the time, people will join your email list prior to making a purchase. So that's why I just put email on here. But if somebody makes a purchase, what are they doing? They're exchanging information. They're giving you their email. They're giving you their credit card information, their address. Like, that's a lot of information. Okay, takes a lot of trust to do that. Thank you, Marianne, for the notes. So awareness, then they join your email list and you nurture them. So this is why it's important for you to send out at least 1 to 2 emails a week that are not necessarily sales emails, that have some type of decent information in them, because that is going to nurture people. And then once they're nurtured and they know, hey, this person has something that I could definitely use, they move to the confirmation step. So for them, people are joining your email list to get to know you and to get confirmation that what you have to offer is something that they actually want to buy. Does that make sense? So once they get to the confirmation step, they may have a few questions that they want answered, lingering questions. They may be trying to figure out their finances, so how they're going to pay for it, et cetera, et cetera. And then they move down to the decision step. Yeah, I realized that I chose the complete wrong filter for this. Let's see if I can choose another one. Better? So then they move down to the decision step. Once they made a decision, yes, I am going to make this purchase. And then they give you their money. Okay? They give you their money. So this is how people move through the funnel. It's considered a funnel, like an upside down triangle like this, because as you move down towards the bottom, you're going to lose people. So there's less people, okay? So awareness, email exchange, nurturing, confirmation, and decision. That is what a visual funnel looks like. Now I'm going to draw for you an example of a social media funnel, okay? Because most funnels do run through your email list. If you have, there are systems that are built like specifically for funnels. So they include your emails and they include landing pages, like ClickFunnels, lead pages. I have a client that uses this new one called She's in Business. Those are platforms that are built to make funnels that include landing pages and email marketing. But you can build a funnel through any email marketing system. If you have an email marketing system and a website, you can build a funnel, okay? So let's do an example here. And I'm going to give you one that you can actually use. And I'm going to answer these questions. Which step do you think is most important? Like, which one locks the customer in? That's hard. Because they're all equally as important. I'm going to say the nurturing step is what locks them in, because the quicker you get through that nurturing step, the more likely they are to make a purchase. What happens in this nurturing step is the know, like, and trust factor. Do y'all know what that is? KLT, know, like, and trust. The faster somebody trusts you, the more likely they are to spend money with you. Unless they're like friends or family. Friends or family do not go through funnels. Like, they know too much of you prior to you being a business owner for this to apply to them. So there's a whole lot of other factors. But for people that don't personally know you, that know, like, and trust factor is really important. Yes, definitely get consistent with your emails blasts. Okay, get it together. Okay. They're all super important. What I do see a lot is, like, people will downplay the awareness step. They'll downplay the awareness step. Like, oh, I don't need a lot of followers. I don't need, huge audience. I don't have to go out to a whole bunch of events. My product is good. Well, what happens is when you do that, there's less people at the top of your funnel, so there's less people at the bottom. Like you may start with, and this is a realistic thing, because there is like average percentages for how many people will make it to the bottom, right? So let me give you an idea. The average conversion rate on a landing page for a decent freebie is 20%. So if 100 people see you on social media, only around 20% of those people will join your no, actually, if you have 100 followers on social media, only 1 to 3% of those people are seeing your post to begin with, okay? So out of the people that actually click the link in your bio and go to your landing page, only 20% of those people will actually join your email list. So in the second step of the funnel, you're already losing 80% of the people that entered. So if 20% join here on your landing page and they stay on your email list, if you're sending out consistent emails that are actually resourceful, only about 5% of those people will make a sale. So the more brand visibility you have, when you have a system set up, brand visibility does equal more money. It does equal more money. All right, so let me draw this funnel. So here's an example. You get on social media. Now, when you build your sales funnels, you need to work from the back to the front. Before you think about building a sales funnel, your first thought needs to be, what am I selling? If you're watching this and you don't have anything to sell, that's what you need to be worried about right now. You need to be worried about, what am I selling and why is it valuable and who is it for? What am I selling? Why is it valuable? Who is it for? That should be your main focus. Because if you don't have anything to sell, why are we talking about sales right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's not going to help you to consume this information now. It's actually going to cause you to have analysis paralysis. So if you take in too much information that doesn't apply to you, it causes you to not take any action at all. So if you don't have anything to sell, figure that out first. Now, asking yourself, what am I selling? So let's say, for example, if I am selling a one-on-one health coaching package, and my goal is to get people into my one-on-one health coaching package. All right. Now, what does someone need to know? And this is the question you need to ask yourself. What does someone need to know in order to enroll in my one-on-one health coaching package? What prerequisite information does that person need to have? Okay. That is what you are going to talk about on your social media. What do people need to know in order to be prepared to make a purchase? And what do those people need to believe about themselves in order to make that purchase? What stops people from making a buying decision when it comes to services and coaching and online courses is they have to believe that what they're about to buy is going to get them a transformation. People are looking to change their lives in different ways. They're looking to improve their livelihood, whether it's improving their financial situation, improving their health, improving their love relationships, improving their family relationships, increasing their business revenue. They're looking for a transformation. So you need to know not only what am I selling and what transformation is that going to deliver for those people who purchase that course or coaching or whatever it is, you also need to know what do they need to have already prior to in order to make that experience worth it. Everybody's not ready for every single program. Your program that you have right now, some people are going to be ready for it. Some people are not going to be ready for it. You need to have literally written down on a piece of paper, somebody is ready to work with me if they have this, and this. They're not ready to work with me if they don't have this, and this, or they haven't done these things, okay? So that needs to be literally written down on a piece of paper somewhere. When I work with my one-on-one clients, I ask them, what disqualifies someone from working with you? What disqualifies someone from working with you? describe what type of person, not even a type of person, because it's not about who they are, it's about where they are. Okay? It's not about who they are, it's about where they are. So just having an ideal client description is not necessarily going to get you sales. You need to know where that person needs to be in their life prior to working with you. If you're a life coach, this is super important because people probably need to be at a place where they are mentally ready to work with you. And you need to know what that looks like. What type of behaviors are they exhibiting? What type of behaviors are they not exhibiting? If it's, if you're a business coach, it's a little bit easier for business coaches. They say, how long have you been in business? How much revenue do you make per month? How many followers do you have? Those are all prerequisites to working with a coach, depending on what they're trying to teach you. Some people work with new people, so they like to work with people who have been in business for less than 6 months, who are not stuck in their ways, who are a little bit more flexible because they're new. So you need to know what disqualifies somebody from working with you. Now, buyers are not found, buyers are created. Buyers are not found, buyers are created. So, when we talk about attracting buyers, you are attracting someone who is ready to make a purchase, but through the content that you post on social media, you are going to develop that person into the perfect client. You are curating your buyers. So when I hear people say things like, my audience is not full of buyers, they buying something. It's just not what you have. If you take your content and you adjust your content to develop them to feel like they're ready to make a purchase, or to develop them, to put them in a place where they're ready to make a purchase, they will make the purchase. They will make the purchase. So they have to believe that they're ready. Some people are not going to pay for a health coaching program because they don't think they've tried all the other things yet. And they want to try this and this and this and this first before they buy your health coaching program. Or they don't want to go into your coaching program because they don't think they're ready. They don't want to buy your online course because they don't know if it's for them. Those are all answers that can be solved. That can be answered. Those are all questions that can be answered and issues that can be addressed on social media. So that's what you're using your social media for. That is the top of your funnel. You are preparing the people that are already in front of you. You are preparing those people to make that purchase at the end of your funnel. That's why you need to know what you're selling before you get started. Okay? So ask yourself, what am I selling? What am I selling? And then that next question is, what do people need to know before they make this purchase, and what qualifies them and what disqualifies them from being a good candidate for this program, for this course, for this service, whatever it is that you offer? What makes them a good candidate? If you have a product-based business, this applies to you too. What makes them a good candidate? Every product doesn't work for everybody. And if you're still telling yourself that, then you haven't met the person that it doesn't work for. But everything doesn't work for everybody. It's just not, everybody's different. It's impossible to please everybody. So use your social media to answer those questions. So when you're on social media, that's the beginning of the customer journey. Your goal is to attract as many people as possible that fit into your ideal client description, and then using your content to develop them into buyers and to qualify or disqualify them to make that purchase. You want to push people to join your email list. I don't even want to use the word push, but you have to tell people, join my email list, join my email list, join my email list. That is how people get into your system. It's the gateway to your system. But here's the other key thing of why people should be joining your email list and why you need to be sending out emails is because social media is it's very short attention span. It's very short captions. It's visual. It's very surface level. We all know this from a personal standpoint. People are not really who they are on social media. Some people are not, right? But it's very hard, and it's not always their fault. It's very hard to get to know somebody just by their social media. It's very hard to get to know a company just by their social media. It's very hard to have a deep understanding of a brand or a business just from social media. So where do you go to learn more information? You go to their website and you join their email list. So you have to say that, join my email list. You have to give people the opportunity to get to know you on a deeper level. It's like people who sit at home all day, every weekend, and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't find a husband. Where is my Boaz? Girl, you haven't been outside the house in 3 months. You want him to come kick your door down? If you don't tell people to join your email list, you're asking them to come kick your door down. And nobody's gonna do that. Nobody's gonna do that, okay? Nobody's content is that good. Some people's content is that good. There are a couple of people where I'm like, your content is good. You don't gotta leave the house. But most of us have to leave the house. I gotta leave the house. Like, okay? So, prompt them to join your email list. They need to be in your system. If you're running Facebook ads, this is a little bit more advanced. If you're running Facebook ads and you have your Facebook pixel installed on your website, technically when people go to your website, they're in your system. Because you can retarget them with ads because they've been to your website and Facebook is now tracking their IP address. It's a little creepy, but whatever. It's a little creepy, but whatever, okay? So that's that next step. They go to join your email list. So on social media, you're building that awareness. You get them to join your email list, and then you start nurturing them. You're sending out those 1 to 2 emails a week. 1 to 2 emails a week, which equals 4 to 8 emails a month. Not all sales emails. The balance is 80-20. 80% content, 20% sales. So if you have told yourself, I'm going to send out an email once a week, that's 4 a month. 80% of those emails need to be content, no sales, and 20% of those emails can be sales. The more emails you send, the more content emails you send, the more sales emails you can send. But you have to keep that balance, 80-20, okay? So y'all, for anyone who's asking me how to work with me specifically for this, DM me the word sales. I'm doing a 7-day sales training the first week of May. And I'm going to go, this is just going to be 1 day of it. But I'm going to go into a lot deeper information about sales, selling, building your sales skills. Okay? So, social media, then they join your email list. So, awareness, they join your email list, your nurturing. So, you've got your nurturing, and then you've got your confirmation. The whole point of sending out email content is to help people make a decision on whether you are the person for them or not, or whether your business is for them or not. So it's really important in your emails to be authentic. And when I say authentic, I know that's like kind of vague. So it's really important to be transparent, be yourself, talk how you want to talk. The grammar don't got to be perfect. Now, when I say the grammar don't got to be perfect, I don't want you to have run-ons and all that kind of crazy stuff. But you can use like your own lingo. If you say the word y'all, you can say y'all. If you say shawty, you can say shawty in your emails. Like, be yourself. Be true to your brand voice. This is what people call brand voice. However you talk is how your email should sound. Nobody wants to read an email that sounds like an essay from freshman year of college. Boring. I want to read an email that sounds like I'm having a conversation with my best friend. So do not overthink the composition of your emails. Like, don't overthink that. Okay? If you're on the struggle bus with emails, there's templates and you can click link in my bio and buy templates. They're fill in the blank. It makes it a lot easier. But you should just write your emails the way you talk. Write them as if you're sending them to your sister or your brother or your friend. Maybe not your coworkers. You might be a little politically correct with your coworkers. But send out those consistent emails. Okay? When someone joins your email list, I suggest having a tripwire. I'm going to show you what this visual, this is where we are in the visual so far, by the way. Social media creates the awareness. You ask people to join your email list, then they get to a tripwire. A tripwire is exactly what it sounds like. A tripwire is when you give someone the opportunity to purchase a product at a higher discount than they can purchase it anywhere else. You may have seen this. You join the email list, you download the freebie, and when you hit submit, you get redirected to another page that says, hey, if you like this freebie, you're probably going to need this thing. And it could be a workbook or a masterclass or a worksheet or a template, something, right? You're probably going to need this thing. And if you want to grab it, you can get it on this page only for 50% off or 70% off or 90% off. If you go to the website and you try to buy it, you can click here and go to the website and look at the page. This is the price that it is. But on this page right here, you're getting a massive discount. You have 10 minutes to make a decision. That's what a tripwire is, right? Now, what that does is for people who are closer to, because like I said, some people are going to join your email list and they're just joining your email list because they want to get to know you, but they're really ready to make a purchase. Some people are not ready yet. Some people are. It just depends. When you offer a tripwire, that gives people who are on the fence a chance to get over the fence and take the chance. The reason why your tripwire should be a heavy discount is because that lowers the risk involved with purchasing from you. The higher the price tag, the higher the risk it is for somebody who's never made a purchase from you to purchase from you, right? So for example, if I want a brand new cell phone, I can go to the Sprint store and I can buy an iPhone outright for $1,000. Would I buy a cell phone, an iPhone outright for $1,000 on the street out of somebody's trunk? No, because the risk is too high that something's going to be wrong with the phone or it's going to be stolen or something right here is not right. Okay, something right here is not right. The reason why in the Sprint store the risk is not as high is because it's a store. I can go back to the store. They have a phone number. They have an address. The risk is not as high. So for somebody that doesn't know you, they just discovered you on social media, the first purchase that they make with you is going to feel like they're buying something from someone off the street because you kind of are someone off the street because they just met you on social media. They've never met you in person. 99% of my customers have never met me in person, and probably 90% of them have never talked to me before. They see me on live, they see the videos, they see the reels, they get my emails, but actually having a one-on-one conversation with me, 90%, it's a no. They've never had a conversation with me. So keep that in your head when you're like, why is there nobody buying? They don't really know you yet. They got to know you first. Okay? They got to know you first. So that tripwire gives them a chance to get to know you at a lower risk. The risk is a lot lower. So give them that opportunity though. If you want to get more sales, you have to give people the opportunity to buy from you. If you're not actually selling, if you're not actually offering your product or offering your service on a consistent basis, you're not giving people the opportunity to buy from you. You can't just assume they're going to go looking on the website and looking for the product and looking for especially if you're not creating enough content, they're not going to go looking for things to buy. It's just not in human nature. People are going to buy from the brands that are consistently showing up, that are consistently in front of them because they're more aware of those brands than they are of yours. You have at least $100,000 worth of sales sitting out there that are going to come from people that don't even know who you are right now. People that have never heard of you. At least $100,000 worth of sales. At least. Because there's that many people in the world who have the money to buy what you offer. It doesn't matter what the price is. Doesn't matter what the price is. Now, if you were selling like a Ferrari that was like super rare and there was only 10 of them in the world, then maybe not. But none of us are selling anything that has that low of a supply. Most of us, if you're selling digital products, services, online coaching programs, there's no limit on the supply. So you definitely have the capability to create the demand. And that comes from the awareness stage of the funnel, okay? So you want to have a tripwire after they join your email list. After they go through that tripwire, some people are going to take the deal, some people are not. That's when you do your nurturing. Nurture. 1 to 2 emails a week. And once you get your email content going consistently, then you can send a sales email. And in that sales email, hey Claude, love you too, boo. You can send that sales email and prompt them to purchase your health coaching package. So by the time you're asking them, and not even asking them, by the time you're telling them, this is what you need. If this is your problem, if you're dealing with this, if you're struggling with this, if you're having a hard time, if you've been trying to solve this problem, this is what you need. By the time you get to that point, they already know you. Once they go through the funnel, they know you. They feel more comfortable. They're like, okay, she knows what she's talking about. She's got a couple of products here and there. I've seen her face a couple of times. I like reading her emails. You know, I really do have this problem. Let me go ahead and buy this. I believe that I am ready to purchase this. I know that this is for me. How do I know this is for me? Because I read the emails. I'm ready to buy it. It is a funnel it just makes sense, right? It's like people have to go through a range of emotions before they make a purchase. So why not take them through that range of emotions? Why not facilitate that range of emotions? All right. I'll turn this into a Canva graphic so this looks a little bit cuter. Okay, I'll do that. So this looks a little bit cuter. But that's your funnel. Social media, you create awareness. You get them to join your email list. Offer them the tripwire. Nurturing emails, nurturing. You send them a sales email that sells them into your package. Okay. Up here in social media, when you're creating awareness, remember what we talked about? When you're up here and you're creating awareness in social media, you are getting people prepared to make the purchase down here. You're giving them the prerequisite information. You're helping them get their baby steps together, building whatever they need to build, learning whatever they need to learn, so that by the time you tell them, hey, you should enroll in this, they have everything they need to make that purchase. Okie dokie. So that's your funnel, your actual funnel. This is your visual funnel. Okay. Now, this is just a basic funnel that anybody that's on here can do. Anybody. Funnels can get like super specific. They can get more specific than this. They can get less specific than this, blah, 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 right? When we do VIP days, we do all this for you when we do a VIP day. We don't post on social media before you, but we tell you what to post. We tell you what to post on social media for 90 days. We make sure you have a landing page where people can join your email list, and we send you the link to it. We set up your tripwire, and we link your tripwire. We write a pre-email funnel that has 6 emails in it, and then they get a sales email that sells them into the package. So we do this whole thing for you, along with a couple of other things when we do VIP. But if you are interested in learning how to do this for yourself, because this is something that you're going to want to repeat. Like, I do this process a lot for myself. Anytime I release a new program, I go back and create a funnel. Anytime I'm thinking about releasing something new, I'll start from the back end right here. And if I get a sale or two, then I'll go back and create the funnel. Because this creates not only more passive income, but when you have a system like this, what happens is all of these other pieces are automated. All you have to do is show up right here. You don't got to show up at all these other steps. So the reason why I have time to create so much content and why I'm always up here, y'all always see me up here, like how the heck are you going live every day? You're doing reels every single day. You're batch creating. You're doing all this and you got kids. How is that even possible? Because this is the only part that I have to show up for. Everything else is automated. Everything else is already figured out. I just have to make sure I'm creating brand visibility and growing my audience. And then the rest of this just happens because it's pre-thought out. So, Sales Funnel Friday. I think next Friday I may do another sales funnel example that's different from this one. Okay. I am going to drop this in the replay though. This is actually a part of a series called Pre-Sales Training. These are the things that you need to know before you go into a sales training, which is what I'm doing, right? So the first week of May 2nd through May 8th, I'm doing a small group sales training. There's only 10 spots available. 3 of them were taken already. So there's 7 spots left. This is just one piece of what I'm teaching. I'm teaching sales skills, sales strategies, selling with video, pitching your offer at the end of webinars, at the end of free content. We're going to talk about sales funnels, and we're definitely we have a day on sales mindset. So if you want more information about joining that small group, it's $297 for the 7 days. You get access to the replays just in case you miss those live sessions. And then we have a small group chat where you can ask questions in between the sessions. But it's meant to be 7 days of blitz, just talking about sales. Because if you already have a product, a digital product, if you already have a program or an online course or a coaching and it's not selling or you're not hitting the sales goals that you want, it's a sales skill that needs to be developed. And so those 7 days are going to give you the time to focus on developing your sales skills so that you can be better at communicating the value of what you offer and presenting that to people who actually want to buy, and helping getting those people prepared. Like I said, you are using your social media to prepare people to make a purchase from you, okay? And help people feel ready to make that purchase. So if you want more information on that, DM me the word sales. I'm going to add this to the pre-sales training series, and then hopefully I'll see you inside of the sales training private group coaching series. Okay. All right. See y'all later. Have an amazing Friday.